If we avoid nuclear war, then most of our threats are really here at home. Can we preserve our strength? And neo-idealism, I think, points to something on the back end of the Trump administration because of this massive overreach, where we're cutting social safety nets, where we're attacking some of the core sources of American strength, that there's going to have to be a correction, that we will be in a world in which Trump, I firmly believe that Trump has the remainder of his term here, and on the back end, will they try to tip the scales in their favor? Quite possibly. I think that's the idea of competitive authoritarianism. You still have elections, but the authoritarian regime looks to put its fingers on the scale. It's an idea that this scholar Stephen Levitsky talks about. They might try to do that, but I think it's untenable because of the damage that's going to be done over the course of the next 4 years. We're only, less than 3 months into this administration? A lot of people getting hurt, a lot of stock portfolios being hammered. Right now, it's the most vulnerable. Eventually, I think there's going to be an impact on Social Security and Medicare, and the basic services that people have come to take for granted. And there's not going to be a lot of room for fence sitters. So on the back end, there's an opportunity for people power to sweep away this fascist moment, and then there's an opportunity to do something that we haven't seen in a while, out of this chaotic moment, not just replace what was lost, but to take the line from President Biden to build back better, to figure out how to expand services. Because for me, and I just gave a speech about this at Cooper Union, it was titled Rebuilding the American Dream. What I see in America's history, I do see that the arc of history bends towards justice, but I also see the fact that we started with these high ideals. We fell far short of them initially, but as we expanded opportunity, as we expanded access, that coincided with our nation's growth and our nation picking up strength and becoming mighty. So I think there's an opportunity on the back end of the Trump administration to really implement a neo-idealist approach, focus on the things that really will allow the American, those folks that have been left behind, those folks that don't feel the touch of democracy, they think it's irrelevant, to have access. And what does that mean? That means 100 million more folks, 100 million more potential people being engaged in our democracy. Again, to put this in a fine line, huge amount of damage over the course of the next 4 years. Not a lot of room for fence sitters, people waking up and having to just from a survival standpoint, be involved. And then we have some opportunities on the back end. That's the story here. That's the narrative. It's not because it's wishful thinking. It's because I see how much damage is going to unfold, that there won't be room for people to sit it out, that because we'll have this kind of participation, we'll have, there are some missing components here. Do we have the leadership in this country, Democratic or Republican, to seize that moment on the back end and figure out, how do we invest in these major changes? That's unclear. I think we probably have them. We'll see what emerges over the course of the next 4 years. But that's the question. We need some leaders.